Welcome back, everybody. This is Mike with TradeMyGun. Here today, we're going to talk about the Carbon Pro paintball mask. Man, oh man, we are super lucky to have companies out there that are making these high-level, top-notch products. You know, as a paintball player, there's all kinds of options out there on choices that you have to make. I've been in the paintball business for nearly 20 years and have made numerous recommendations. I can't even name the hundreds, thousands of times that I've talked to customers. And I always tell the people the same thing. I tell everybody the same thing. I don't care if you're just starting off into paintball or if you've been playing for 30 years. The mask is the most important piece of equipment that you need to consider and really pay attention to when you're making your purchase. You're protecting your eyeballs. You can't replace your eyes. So the mask is by far the most important piece of equipment that you're going to need when you're playing paintball. And boy, oh boy, did Carbon knock it out of the park. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about, they have different levels of products, of masks, but we're going to talk about their top notch. It's the Carbon Pro Series Goggle, the Zero Pro Series Goggle. This comes, as you can see, I've got a whole selection here, and we're going to go in and show you the up close and personal details in a minute. But I'm going to just hit some of the top highlights. And you can see all these cases here. Well, first off, every one of these Zero Pro Series goggles comes with a case. Very similar to Push, but this is a softer case. So, yeah, it can get smashed, you know, it could get smashed in it, but it provides really great protection. So, again, I told you we're talking at the top level. These are $230, okay? A lot of money, very similar to Push, but like Push, it comes with a mask. Slightly different design, it's a little softer. It's kind of nice that it's soft because in your gear bag it's a little more pliable. And let's face it, you're not going to break the lens in your gear bag. You're really just trying to protect it from getting scratched. So you get this really nice soft case with every Zero Pro that you buy. The other thing that's amazing that you know, you don't get with Push, you get two lenses. So each mask will come with two of the C-Spec lenses. These, they come with, everything comes with a clear. So of course you need a clear, you know, on a cloudy day, you've got to have a clear lens. You can't use a mirror lens, or you shouldn't use a mirror lens if you want to have good vision. So every mask comes with a clear, which is a requirement. So I love that about Carbon, that their top flagship product here is coming with the clear lens. And it comes with a mirror lens. So how cool is that? You know, they've got several different colors. And you get a red lens with the red. You get, you know, I mean, you can see them. Blue with the blue. They paired the red with the charcoal. Really, really nice decision that they made to give you the case and two lenses. And let's face it, lenses alone cost $50 plus. So getting two lenses with your mask is a huge cost savings to you once you get your mask and realize that, oh my gosh, I've got to have two lenses because guess what, it's paintball, we're playing outside, and you know, you can't control the weather, so you need to have both those lenses. Some of the other features, really, actually I'm going to talk about the next one, because these kind of first three features I'm talking about are kind of differences between the other mask that competes, which is the Push Unite mask. You get a visor with these. So check it out. You know, you don't get that with you can get visors, but you generally don't get it with your mask. So how cool is that? You get your visor that you can add right onto that if you want. You're probably not going to use a visor unless it's raining. If it's raining, you're going to be thankful that you had this mask because you'll have your clear lens and you'll have your visor, which in bad weather, that's what you need. So there you go. Those are a couple of the nice features that you're going to get with this that you won't get with any other competing mask out there at this level. The other thing about this mask, it is extremely lightweight, 0.70 pounds, 12.5% lighter than the push mask. So, you know, you're wearing this thing around all day, weight matters. So 0.7 pounds, I don't know if it's the lightest mask on the market. I can't say that right now, I don't know for a fact. But at this price level, it's light and it's lighter than push, so that's great. It's also got a magnetic chin strap. You know, I mean, that's a great feature that you get. Chin straps are needed. If you're playing tournaments, you have to have a chin strap. So being magnetic is very cool. And we're going to zoom in and look at these features in a minute. I'll just kind of hit a couple more highlights. You got a dual silicone strap back here so that you don't get any slippage. It's got the quick change lens system. You know, lens is super easy to change out the strap. It also has replaceable ear pads, which is awful nice. Lots and lots of other features. Before we dive into the details of one of these masks, the other really cool thing that Carbon has done is they've come out with, you can see I've got a row of masks here. I've got 5 over here and I've got 5 over here, and they kind of look the same, but they're not, okay? They sell for the same, $229.95. But what you've got is they have 2 lines of the Zero Pro Series goggle. They have less coverage and more coverage. So right here you can see this, and it's kind of hard to see, but this is the left coverage over on this side. This is the more coverage. And what you get is about 3/4 of an inch of additional coverage. And sure, there's other masks out there, like extend versions and other types of goggles out there that do the same thing. But a lot of times when you look at them, they're not proportioned right. So they've extended them to give you more coverage, but they don't quite look right. You know, they look like they're out of proportion. Well, this is actually more coverage and it's proportioned right, so you wouldn't know it by looking at it. It's very hard to tell, but you can see the height differences in the nose. You've got differences here, differences here. I mean, they've just expanded this thing out to give you more coverage. So like for me, I've got a thinner face. I don't need that. This is fine. I would use the less coverage version. But if you've got a bigger face, or maybe you just want to cover more of your face, well, hey, you know, pick the more coverage version because, you know, why not? It's not like it looks strange with some extension on it or something like that. No, it's just a more coverage version, slightly larger, and believe it or not, they weigh almost exactly the same. So super light materials. The other thing is super soft and flexible. You know, this is a big deal. I mean, how many times you get hit in the lens, the ball's going to break. But guess what? Bounces, you know, you're not out with a bounce. So bounces are a big deal. So having a soft, flexible frame is super important. But so we talked about the less coverage and the more coverage. The other cool thing, and you know, this isn't a video about the Carbon lenses, they're C-spec lenses, but when you look at their C-spec lenses, they've done the same kind of thing. They've got, most manufacturers, they just have like clear, HD, you know, and that's kind of your low light type lens that you're going to use. And then if you want a mirror lens, chrome or blue or red or whatever, you know, you buy their mirror lens. Well, what Carbon decided to do was, hey, why don't we make a color lens so that you get that style that the players are looking for that works in low light condition. So they did that. So you can go out there and buy a red fire or whatever you want to call it, a red lens in either a highlight or low light version. And so it gives you a lot of flexibilities. Again, just those little details that they thought about is very, very cool. I love that, you know, that they did that with their lenses, that you can get a low light lens that is a color, you know, just a lighter mirror finish, but it works perfectly in low light conditions. So pretty cool features that Carbon's come out with. So let's just come in here and take a little closer look at, we'll pick up this less coverage mask and just give you a nice run, you know, a nice view of what this is. Look how soft this is. I mean, super, super flexible. The other thing I didn't talk about, but amazing ventilation. So, you know, you don't want to get fogging when you're playing with your mask, and this one is amazing ventilation. You're not going to get a ton of fogging with it, and yeah, so they did that with tons of ventilation. So we'll go around here, take a look at the mask, give you a nice rundown. Beautiful, beautiful goggle, and I mean, this thing is so light, it's just amazing. Here's your strap back here. Now you can come in and look at their double layer foam that they've got in here, which is all replaceable. Magnetic chin strap right here. Boom. You know, nice and easy to get off. Nice straps. They've got the double silicone on it so that it stays nice and tight to your face and it doesn't slip off. Very, very high quality goggle that, boy, it feels good. And I'm going to go ahead and put one on so you can see what it looks like on my face. Again, you know, 5'9", you know, not real heavy, so I've got definitely a smaller frame, but wearing you know, wearing glasses, the less coverage. You can see how this fits on my face. Turn to the side. Plenty of coverage for me. You know, I mean, the main thing with me is I just kind of want to have it on my chin, kind of like this. But there's that, and I have tons of room for my glasses. I'll go ahead and put them back on here, and we'll put on the more coverage version so you can take a look at that. So here's your more coverage. You'll be able to see, you know, how much more, look at this, how much farther down it goes on my face. So, tons of extra coverage, feels great, super comfortable, and like I say, with my glasses, I don't even know I have a mask on. So, glasses stink, but hey, I've dealt with them my whole life, and you just got to make sure you buy the right mask if you're wearing glasses, and I can tell you right now, this is one of those masks. So, if you're a fan of protecting your eyeballs, and a fan of top quality products, and a fan of getting all those little extras, like the 2 lenses, the visor, and all the nice features like the magnetic chin straps, hey, maybe Carbon Paintball, the Zero Pro Series goggle, might be the product for you. Thanks so much.